I think today we're going to go between 2.5 to 3 hours each session. So that's pretty much what we'll do each practice.
How many games do you go play?
We play 3 games.
Just 3?
Yeah, just 3 games. Yeah.
What kind of teams are these?
I don't know. They were asking us if we wanted to play the better teams or the middle. I told them to play the best teams we can play. We need to go ahead and play and see where we're at and get film on our players and see what we need to do when we get back into the school year.
Are they college teams or club teams?
I think there will be a combination.
Uh-huh.
I think there will be a combination.
Comparable.
Right, right.
On offense, you just play really basic plays.
Yeah. You know what? We're going to try to get our base defense in, some base stuff in, and go. And, you know, like I said, the important thing for me is to get some some of the drills we do, so they're accustomed to that. Understand what we want on defense, understand what we want on offense, and spacing and that type of stuff. You know, we met as a staff yesterday and wrote down what we wanted to get in for this. You know, just a couple quick hitters, a couple out of bounds plays, and that, but mainly do most of the teaching on our offense and defense.
We're looking at a bunch of combinations.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it'll be a type where people wonder, think I'm crazy with the combination out there. But, you know, I just think that's what this is for. You know, we'll look at different combinations, put people in different positions, and see where, you know, where we feel that this is where we can play them coming up the next year.
I think with these 10 practices, the games, the individual workouts in the fall, and when you start practice in October, you're going to be way ahead.
I think so. I think especially with the young team. Now, if this is a veteran team, I don't know. They'd probably be bored a little bit. You know what I mean? But with having 4 sophomores and 4 freshmen, and then only 1 senior, that you know, I don't think they'll be as bored as much as per se our team from last year. If we were breaking things down a lot more, they'd be a little bored. So I think it'll be good for this team. I think it'll be good for the players, and it'll give us an opportunity to evaluate a little bit more where our strengths are, where our weaknesses are.
Just give us a little bit of a primer on some of these new players and what you know up until this point and what you expect.
Well, I think, you know, Linda, our point guard coming in here, Stephanie, you know, she's used to playing high competition, not only in high school, but she played at Boo Williams, you know, AAU team, which played, you know, all the best teams in the country, AAU, played against some great players. So I look for her, and Crystal Leary played on the same team, so I look for them to be used to the competition and the type of play, and they got up and down the floor and that type of stuff. Avery Fields played some AAU, but not as much as some of the other girls. So you know, but again, she in her high school played against Goodtown, went to the state championship game and all that. So these players, all of them are used to winning. They really are. And then Keela is another girl that played AAU against a lot of top talent. So it's going to be interesting. You know, we feel like, you know, we brought Linda in as a point guard. We brought, I think, Avery Fields and Crystal Leary at the 4 position. And then Keela is a shooter, a 2 guard that we brought in and mixed them in with, you know, some of our returners.
You see possibly
I see her playing a couple positions, yeah. Point some, and also at the 2 positions some. You know, I think during our camp we had a league camp, and we could in there mix some of our players with some of the campers. And you know, Brooke looked really, really good. So I was happy. She's really worked hard this summer. I think Asia Bussey looked really good. I think she's worked hard. And all of our players have been here all summer, so I think they understand. You know, we lost 5 seniors, and somebody's got to step up. And you know, everybody's going to look. You know, if you look on the perimeter, you know, we lost our whole perimeter of players, all starters, so it's wide open. So there's going to be a lot of competition, which will be good too.
What are you doing with the 3-point line? It's moving back.
Yeah, we moved back to the men's, yeah, and all that. And, you know, I don't think that's a big deal. Our girls wanted to shoot behind it anyway. I mean, I'd never could get them to the girls' 3-point line anyways. They always shot at the men's, so I just don't think that's a big deal. You know, I may, middle of the season, I might be saying it's a big deal, but I really don't think that's a big deal. And then, you know, in the lane, when they have the circle in the lane, you got to be outside of that, taking the charge, and that I think that's good. People can't set up under the basket.
Leadership an issue? I mean, is this the time where you want to see some people emerge?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see. We'll see. I know. I think some of our girls have stepped up, as leaders. But it'll be interesting to see, when everybody's tired and everybody's not doing things well, and I'm on them a little bit. We'll see who steps up and takes over leadership at that point.
You mentioned the depth at center with Natalie and Asia there. Would you take the time? Would you experiment with moving maybe one of those girls out to a 4 or anything, or is that something feasible or something you would look at?
Well, we did that a little bit last year with Natalie. Moved Burton out to the 4, and we'll try that. We'll have 2 packages in. When the season's here, moving one of them to the 4. But defensively, we like to pressure a little bit more, and that was hard to do. Our defense, it kind of took away from defense for us to do something like that. I think you'll see us this year. We're going to extend a lot more. I say it every year, but this year we got to. We have no choice. We got to try to score some. So we're going to try to really extend a little bit more this year and try to get some easy ones down the other end. Fast break, we're going to. I changed our fast break last year. I'm going back to our old fast break. I felt after evaluating how much we got off our fast break, we're going back to our old fast break. We got more off of that. So we're going to make some changes. We're going to extend a little bit more. I think this is a very athletic team, but we don't know yet. We're very athletic, but are we going to play hard? So that's going to be the biggest thing I'm looking at, who's going to play hard. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to throw the ball all over the gym. But who can take me on them, and who can continue to play hard, and who's not going to pout and step up for us.
Upon reflection, what was missing last year? And do you think that those ingredients could be present on this team?
Well, I think at times we weren't hungry like we were the year before. I think starting out the season with Sarah Miles having wrist surgery really wasn't a way for us to start out the season, and then she had knee problems. And then Medina Ali had some leg problems, and that it just seemed like we didn't have people. And then some people, quite frankly, had a better year the year before than they had last year. And it was, I don't think it was. I think they still played hard. I think they were all great people, and I think they wanted to win. But the chemistry wasn't there like it was the year before.
This is almost like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
When you had a bunch of young people, and nobody.
Yeah, you know what? This is exciting for me. I mean, I say that now. May not be later, but right now it's exciting because you got a lot of players in here that want to learn. You got a lot of players that have high motors. You got sophomores that probably didn't play as much as they would have liked to, so now they think now's their opportunity to step up. So it's going to be interesting to see who steps up.
With your outside shooting, you saw flashes of it last year at Hampton.
Yeah.
Taylor, Palmer.
Yeah, if you're going to ask me who our go-to person is going to be on the perimeter, I have no idea who that's going to be right now. Hopefully, I will later in the season. But right now, who we're going to bring off the picks, who we're going to, run plays for a lot. No, I will tell you this: we're going to run a lot more plays for our post players this year because I think that's going to be our strength early. So we're going to try to get it into the post a lot more this year early than what we